Thank you so much, Atul, for joining today, and I appreciate the time and efforts you are giving for us. And I really appreciate. I see you are not, quite well, but still you are up and giving time and energy to our, viewers. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू महेंद्र, थैंक यू सो मच. हाय एवरीवन, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग, जहां से भी आप सुन रहे हैं, फ्रॉम वेयर यू आर एट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. होप यू आर डूइंग गुड एंड वेल. प्लीज पार्डन मी रिगार्डिंग माय थॉट, इट्स लिटिल बैड. अगेन, when you have a kid at home, you have sauces, you have pastas that together with the cold drink, and it's all gone now. No problem. Yes, Sumit, over to you now.
Yeah, thank you so much. So quickly, let's start with the very first function, or sorry, first question. So it is regarding techno-functional role. So can you please
Mhm.
provide a brief about this role? What is techno-functional role? And one organizational example so that everyone understand, okay, this is the stuff which we are talking about.
Regarding the techno-functional role, before we start this question, let's go to our rituals again. I guess you missed out
Oh,
my previous one. Okay.
sure, sure, no problem. Let's pray
So,
for a few
so
seconds.
yes, let's pray for a few seconds and then we'll start the session.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Amanda, your question says that what is the techno-functional role actually?
yeah.
Okay. If I speak from my perspective, there's a no role called the techno-functional actually. Okay. You will say, Atul, but you always say it's a techno-functional. You are working as a techno-functional. If I say this term has been created by me only, as per
Okay,
my understanding. Okay, because either you will find a functional guy, either you find a technical guy, but you never find a techno-functional guy. Okay, how this term come in my mind? Because when I take my first service now training batch, I train my candidates on the basis of functional plus technical part. Okay, so when this techno-functional term come in the picture, generally the question come, how you can say it's a techno-functional part? According to me, according to my views, if I say techno-functional means a person who know the technical stuff. Maybe it is not required that you need to be write a code, you need to build a code, you need to be define a lot of things in the technical term, but he or she can understand the technical terms. So, like if I talk about the service now perspective, do you know flows? Do you know integration? Do you know APIs? Do you know REST? Do you know SOAP? Do you know SLA? Do you know notification? If you know these things from the technical perspective, that how this can be defined, how this can be triggered, how this functionally working in the background is called the technical part. Means when we say that all the relationship between technically things is there, then we call it technical. Functional means to understand that how functionally it work actually all together. Means if I click on one button, by clicking on that one button, how the things move forward in that particular part. So again, I'm coming to that point. This techno-functional is nothing, but it is something a person or the user who know that how functionally a thing work and how technically they are connected with each other. Now, if I come to the example on this particular part,
Yeah,
in the industry, there's a lot of people working. Okay, generally when I go for the guest lectures in the colleges or universities as well, I always ask, what you want to become? Someone say I want to become developer, someone say I want to become tester, someone say I want to become architect, kind of things. But I say I want to become a techno-functional guy. Okay. In the industry, why this techno-functional term is there? Because if I go and speak to my customer, I can't use the technical jargon. So let's say if you want to renovate your house, okay, if that person come to your home and start talking about all technical terms, so can you do this XYZ color on this particular part and on this particular plate you can do this thing, you will get confused. What you will say, boss, my simple requirement is that I want to renovate my house. On the two walls, I want a yellow color. On the top, I want a white color. On that side, I want a black color. Okay. This is called the functional part. So functional means when I go to my customer, understand their words, understand their problem statement in their own language is called the functional part. And when I
okay,
convert that, when I convert that terms in the technical part, then it become the techno part. So let me give example. Let's say I went to a customer and he says, Atul, I need a form where I can record the incidents. Okay,
Okay.
my user is able to see all the records, all the information about the incident. I said, what do you need? My user should be able to see the name, email ID, incident record number, assignment group, all the things will be there. And I need a button as well. Okay. Now, if you start using that button as a UI action, customer will get confused. That's very much clear. Customer will get confused. So functionally, I understand that customer need a form. On the form, he need a button. Now, when I need to be go back to my technical team and say, boss, what they need, what I'll say, that my customer need a form. On that form, they need these many fields and a UI action. When I go back to my technical team, I will not say that they need a button, but I will say that customer need a form. On the form, they need these many attributes, these many dictionary entries, and they need one UI action. Okay. Now, if I convert this example a little bit more on the bigger size, okay, customer says, I want to be implement ITSM. I want to be implement ITOM. I want to be implement GRC or SecOps kind of things. Okay. Now, you and me know that in the technical languages, ITSM is very big. A lot of things are there. Okay. Now, one more thing that customers are also getting mature now. Okay. They start using the technical terms with you, but if you say implementation means for me, customer want incident change, problem request, and knowledge. But in the background, how these things work, like what incident, what change, what problem, what workflow, what flow, what notification SLA, that become a technical part because customer says, if you click on this button, I need a notification as well. And even not a notification, I need an email.
I
Notification
need
is a
an
very
email.
technical term. Notification is a technical term in our service, not domain. Okay. I need an email. So what I will do, I will understand their pain area. And then I'll convert them in a technical part is called the techno-functional. Again, I'm saying this term is generated by me. It's not as such a kind of a market term, I can say very clearly on this particular part. But yes, if you are a techno-functional guy, you need to be do both the things in the parallel manner.
So you are saying that it is more beneficial for someone. Let's say
See,
there is a technical architect or a person who is good in coding. So if he understands
right,
the functional part, it will be more beneficial for them going forward.
right. I tell you that why this is important as well. Earlier, what happened when I was a pure functional guy, I go to my developer and they say, Atul, we need 3 days to develop this story. Okay, because I was not about the technical terms. But when I start building my technical terminologies as well, building my technical sales skill as well, now I'm able to question that by three
Hmm.
days. You can use UI script. So you can use the UI policy. You can use the client script. It will be done in 2 days only. So the another benefit is that if you know the technical things, you are easily able to collaborate with the technical members as well. You can participate in the technical discussions as well, and you can put your thoughts as well because ultimately you are the one who are going to present this case to the business again, that how these things working in the all together. So that is the important, and you point say that it is beneficial definitely. If you have two
Okay.
skills, you will be extra in the group, I can say, right? So the same
Right.
manner, I can say, maybe if you're more on the technical partner, Atul, or maybe I can design the technical documents as well. Then definitely you can do on that part as well on that part. So it is beneficial for you.
Okay. 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 Great. So there is one more term known as BPC, which I
Yes.
see you generally used. So what is this BPC, Business Process Consultant?
Okay. Business process consultant is the official term.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the term which is very famous in the service not domain specifically.
Okay.
Okay. BPC is a word combination of 3 words: business, process, and consultant. Okay. If you ask me what is a BPC, BPC is the person who is more on the process of the business side. That how I can give a best and optimized process to my customers.
Okay.
As a BPC, I never worried about the solution. I work with a lot of people who are more than 20, 30, 20, 25 experience and working in the service domain as a BPC for more than 10, 12 years.
Okay.
When I go and talk to them, they never worried about the solution. They always says, Atul, let's see that how the process can be best optimized. So now the question comes, how or what is a BPC here? For the BPC part, for the BPC rule, the first thing is important that you or we need to be understand the platform very clearly. When I say platform is how the two modules are interrelated with each other.
Okay.
That is important. So if I say, Omendra, you invited me at your home and say, Atul, can you renovate my house? I said, definitely I can renovate your house. Okay. Without asking the question that is these two rooms are integrated with each other? Is there any pipeline is going in these two rooms together? Or do you have anything common in these two rooms? If I did not ask these questions, or if I don't know the architecture of this particular home, I'm not able to renovate. Maybe I put some hammer on one wall and it impact on the other side as well, which has been planned after 2 days or 3 days on that room, right? So this is what the BPC work here. So now if I come in the service now domain, if customer says, I want to enhance the change management, or I want to enhance the incident management, or I want to be include DevOps in the change management, then before I say yes, you can do, I have to be checked that if I introduce the DevOps, is it going to impact my incident as well? Is it going to impact my CMDB as well? Again, I'm saying not technically. Don't think that I'm going to talk about a database level. No, I need to be see that if this button has been clicked in the DevOps, how the change is going to be impact, because it is a business process. So
Okay.
if I give another example to you to understand more, let's say you want to renovate your house. Okay, it is the peak February is going on. Your wife says, Ominder, let's do the all painting in the house. Ominder say very good plan. But Ominder know that if I do the painting now, it's going to impact my kids as well, because it is their examination time. Number one. Number two, it's going to impact you as well, because it's a year end. You're working in a bank where the year end closing is there. So what you're doing, you're not talking about the technical part, because you're not going to do the renovation or the painting part. You are worried about the, if one thing has been changed or one thing has been added or removed or deleted or updated, how it is going to impact the other users or the other work as well. This is what we or I as a business process consultant do. I need to be understand that how incident change or how ITSM and CSM are interrelated. If I make a change in the CSM level, is it going to impact on the ITSM level as well? What customer need is the second part. How it can be done is a third part. But if I need to build this, how it is going to impact the things, that is what I as a BPC do. Over to you, Binder.
Yeah. So I understand your point. So how someone can become a BPC? What is the steps he has to follow, or what is the culture to be a BPC?
Okay. If again, a very fantastic question this, but because the question come, who can or how can it anybody can become BPC? Again, I'll put my personal thoughts. Okay, no manipulation on this particular part. According to me, if you want to become a BPC, you need to be understand the platform. Atul, when you say understand the platform, what this mean? Understand the platform is on a form level, you know that how the components are interrelated with each other. How a UI action is related with the related list and the other form level attributes. Okay, because as I said, as I give example, if you need to be do the renovation part, if you don't know the impact, then you can't do this part, right? Let's say like I'm in a UK. Here people do the whitewash by their own only. They don't invite the labor because it's little costly as well. Okay. So they know that how the what is the impact of that particular things in their part. So again, to become a BPC, I'll again very clear on the part that you have to be clear on the rules level. I'll give you example. Yesterday, I was checking, or day before yesterday, I was checking on the ServiceNow community. Okay. There's a person who put a question. I want to add a approval in the incident management.
Okay.
Okay, okay, good. I was not having answer because I'm not a technical guy. Okay, people start putting the answers. You can use the flow, you can use the workflow, you can use the business rule, everything is there. But I put a question: why you need approval in the incident management? Because an incident never have approval on the place. Will you take approval from your manager to raise an incident?
Generally
This
not.
is what
Yeah.
it's never be a case, right? If you're going on a leave, definitely you can take. But if you want to be fall sick, you can't have take. You never take approval from manager. Hey, I'm going to be sick now. Can you give me approval so that I can go on a 100% sickness? You will never take it. So
No.
this is what the BPC work to. Because if your roots are very much clear on that particular part, only then you can achieve that. Solution anybody can give. People are giving the solution. I'm happy on that particular part. But the question is that why you need approval on the incident
Sustainable
management?
solution, it means. It should be a sustainable solution.
Correct. But your roots should be very clear. If
Right.
you're using the wrong fundamental concept, people generally this happen in the community. Like if someone put a question, I put why you need it. It's a client requirement. Okay, I can understand it's a client requirement, but you have to be understand that you are a service now experienced guy. You are service now consultant. If you go to doctor and say, doctor, give me give me an antibiotic, he will never give the antibiotic until unless he will examine you properly, right? This is what he's doing the consulting. He will ask you, okay, what you have had yesterday? Have you had any party? Have you had anything of the mixed cold and hot together? Have you taken the bath in the late evenings? Have you go outside during the rainy time? So he asks these questions. So as a BPC, if you want to become a BPC, please clear your fundamentals. That is very much important. If your fundamentals clear, you can go straight forward and do the things. Second part, as a BPC, I always on the front end of the customer. That's very much important because I am the first phase of the customer. Technical team is the second phase. I'm the first phase for the customer. Customer asks, Atul, can we do this thing? I have to be see, I have to be know that is it possible or not? Because now when we say you are a BPC, it doesn't mean that technical, when any technical question comes, you say, sorry, I don't know. No, this is not the case. When you have a functionally fundamental clear, see, at point of time, everybody in this world know how to play or how to use a mobile phone. Let me ask question to you, Aminder. Do you read the user manual which come with your phone?
No.
Never. We never open it.
Yeah.
We even know that it has a manual as well, right?
Right.
Why? Because we know everything in the phone. This is what the concern. This is what the BPC do. If you know well versed with your platform, then you can handle the things. If something is not working in the phone, I still say you never go on the user manual. You always go on the internet and check it. I give you an example. Last year, I buy my first iPhone. Okay, don't say that I'm very rich. No, I just buy a new iPhone. I was don't know or I was not knowing that how to switch off iPhone. Can you believe? Atul, come on. You are a mature guy, 40 years old guy. You know that how to switch off the phone. Oh, I specifically iPhone. I was not aware about the same because I was not well versed on that platform. Now
Okay.
as well in the iPhone, I don't know a lot of functions. I use iPhone only for the two purpose: to play music on the YouTube and to click the photograph. That's all. Still, if you say, Atul, can you do this thing? Can you do this thing? I have no idea because I don't know the platform completely. And here, as a PPC, you will fall down because if you don't know about the platform, by virtue, I can say, yes, I have an iPhone. Oh my God, Atul, you know you have iPhone. Can you do this setting in the iPhone? Sorry, I have no idea. The same case happen. If customer says, can you change in the incident management? But if you don't know that how the incident management has been built or work in altogether, can't do the consulting on that particular part. This is what the fundamental says here.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, what is the market of this BPC? If we talk about service now, how much clients are looking for BPCs? Any idea on that? Based
It's
on your
tough to
talk,
say.
based on our discussion, I think it is very much important, but just wanted to clear it.
Yes. Earlier, what happened that there was no concept of the BPC actually, because your technical leads or your architects or your developer leads work as a BPC. But then a research has been happened. Then a little problem statement has been come. Being a developer, if I have to do the consulting, then when I will do my own work.
Yeah,
That
good
is, see,
point.
that is important. You have a kid, I have a kid. What we do? We open our laptop, we're doing our work. In the parallel, we're told to our kids, hey, bring your notebook and do your homework, right? Or you do the homework for your kid,
Right,
right? The same thing applicable here only. This is the fundamental question which you put, that if everything has been done by the developer, then when he will do his work? Because developer is not meant for the consulting. Compounder is never meant for the surgeries. He
right.
always sit in the background to give the medicine which has been written by the doctor. Then this problem statement arise. It raise a lot of raise this issue by a lot of companies, and then this role has been introduced called the BPC. That we need someone who know the platform functionally, who go and speak to the customer on that terms, and then bring the information and give to my technical team. Nowadays, almost every company, and you will surprised to know that I work with a client, they have a BPC for the different modules as well. So I was
Okay,
a BPC only for the change management.
okay,
There's a person who is the BPC only for the incident management, only for the problem management. What this means, that this guy is perfect in the change management about the consulting. If you have any question regarding the change management, its impact, its collaboration, its updates, its deletion, anything, this guy can help you on that particular part. So now, if you
of that
say
organization.
of the, yes, of that, not organization even, of that particular project only, I'm saying.
Okay,
I was supporting a telecom customer. In the telecom customer, only for the one team, there's five BPCs. One for change,
okay,
one for problem, one for request, because they don't want to be interfere. And everybody know I'm just talking about the ITSM as of now. But if you think from the GRC, CSM, these are the very vast, I can say, module.
so
So
there is a
now
huge
if my
demand,
customer,
I guess.
definitely yes, there is a huge demand, but you can fulfill the demand only if you know the platform by heart. Again, I'm putting the word or the line as a bottom. No need to become a technical. Understand the platform very completely. I work with a lot of people who just know the service now as a platform. And I ask that guy, hey, how we can do this? He simply give me answer. Atul, it's not my job. My job is to make sure that this thing has been optimized. I'll give to work to my technical team, they will do. My work to give a proper good consulting to the customer. This is what the BPC is there. Now, if you see in India specifically, if a person working as a compounder for 5 years, 8 years with a doctor, he start behaving like a doctor because he start understanding the terms functionally as well on that particular part.
Hmm.
Okay, but still you can't say it's a doctor because it's not a certified guy. Okay, but in the emergency you can take help from the compounder as well. Okay, give me some medicine, it can be done on that particular part. So yes,
Okay,
there is a demand in the market at point of time for the BPCs. And also, if I say demand, companies are looking for a BPC who has more than 2 or 3 modules experience or the knowledge. ITSM is not going to work for anybody.
okay, okay,
Admin is not going to work for anybody. If you have admin, ITSM, at least 2 more, maybe CSM, maybe HRSD, maybe SecOps kind of things, then it can work for you. But alone ITSM is not going to work for you. Over
okay.
to you, Mendra.
Yeah. So definitely, whoever is listening to this podcast, now you understand the importance of BPC, and definitely there is a huge demand, and we can now analyze as well as ServiceNow is progressing with lots of modules. Definitely, for each module we need BPCs because complexity is increasing, so that
Right.
the processes. So thanks,
True.
great insight, Atul. There is
True on
one
that,
more
brother.
term known as business analyst. So
Okay.
where it comes in this?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you pick up a term called the business analyst. If if I say from experience perspective, business analyst and the BPC are the two different roles. Okay. Business analyst is a one level down than the BPC.
Okay.
Okay. But, but, there's a very thin line in between. If you go as per the books, there's a book called the BA POC, BABOK, BA POC.
Okay.
They says that BA is someone who go and talk to the customer and understand their problem statements. Okay. Get the requirements, not even the problem statement, get the requirements. Okay. But
Okay.
now I'll bring the BPC word term here as well. Now the thing is that in the market there's no demand of the BA in the service now domain. Everybody want that BA and BPC should work together, and it can be one person only. Okay, if I say Amendra, I want to can you arrange a wedding at my place? There's a
Mm-hmm.
wedding of my cousin. If you know that how the wedding planner has been work, or you already work as a wedding planner, then you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't know about this concept, you can't work it. Same concept come here. You know that how to gather the requirement. Atul kiski shadi hai? Whose family is this? Who's the bride? Who is groom? How many people are there? You will ask mota mota 5, 7, 10 questions, but you will not ask the question on the platform level because you don't know about the platform here. So if you are working in the service now domain, then you must be a BA plus BPC. Now the
Okay.
question comes, what BA do? If again I go as per the book, BA is responsible, accountable mainly for the three activities.
Okay.
One is called the requirement elicitation. It's very fancy word. Elicitation is very fancy word. In the layman language, requirement gathering.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
Someone
better.
say yes, someone say elicitation, someone say allocation. Different ways to pronounce. Okay. So it's a very fancy word. Simple layman language. It's the meaning is that requirement gathering. That's the number one part.
Okay.
Now, how to gather the requirement? Multiple ways. You can read the documents, you can conduct the workshop, you can do the survey, you can do the observation kind of things. That is the first part that BA do. Okay. Now, if you want to gather the requirement, again, I'm coming to the same point. You need to be understand the platform. A customer, if company says, okay, Omendra, go
Yeah.
and get a requirement from the customer for the change management. If Omendra don't know that what is change management, then what question will Omendra will ask?
Definitely.
Maximum two questions. Okay, what do you want to be doing the change management? I want this. I want this. Say, I don't know about this approval. I don't know about the workflow. Because you don't know about the platform actually. Okay. So even though you are BA, but your PC part, process consulting part is must here. Okay. There's the first part for a BA that you need to be get the requirements. Second part, to document that requirements.
Okay.
Even though I'm working as a, I say that I'm working as a BPC, but I'm working as a BPC come BA. If I go to my customer, I do the process consulting. I have to be get the requirement, and then note down the requirement in the form of stories. This is what the BA do. That you
Okay.
have these many these you. I'll break that particular requirements into different small chunks and call them as a story in the agile format. Okay, so I document that particular requirements. That's the second part.
Okay.
Now third part come where either you are a BA or BPC. You need a requirement assessment and validation. For this part, you need to be go to the technical team. Again, here is a catch. If you are well versed in the change, let's say, as I work for I work as a change manager for 2 years in a company. I work as a change BPC as well for 1.5 years for a client as well.
Okay.
And change is very loving part for me. I think in our previous podcast, I said that change is one of the favorite topic for me always. Okay. So now if customer says, Atul, I want these changes in the change management. Because I work in the change, so I said, yes, this can be done, this can be done, this can be done, this can be done. No, this cannot be done. I will not go to my technical team because I know this cannot be done at all. Okay. So this is what the third point says. If I stuck, it can be done, it cannot be done, then I go to my technical team to understand that particular point. Okay. You so BA is mainly is a skill which help you that how to gather the requirement. मे भी आपको लग रहा होगा और you're feeling like तो रिक्वायरमेंट कहते हैं कोई भी कर लेगा, एनीबडी कैन डू द रिक्वायरमेंट कहते हैं, वो तो मैं
Yeah.
भी कर दूंगा. बट डू यू थिंक दैट इट कैन बी डन बाय दैट वे? इफ it can be done by anybody, then why we have a specific skill set for the BA? Because there are different parameters which help you to become a good BA. In our BA world, it is well said. Listen more, ask less. Don't assume anything.
Hmm. Okay.
Even though even though I know this can be done by this, but still I ask, hey, are you sure that by clicking this button you need this option? Because I know customers think yes, it is the only solution, but I'm not assuming in anything. To conduct the workshops, to gather the requirement, to
Hmm.
understand the stakeholder. This is what the BA domain teach you. That what do you mean by the stakeholder understanding? I was doing a podcast with Kelly on the last
Okay.
week. So we are in the last question. We on something on similar points. Now, if I say, okay, Ominder, you are having a good experience, 15, 16 years experience in the market now. Okay. I send you to the customer side. Okay. In the customer side, total 6 people are there. So what we do first of all, or let's say you are invited for a marriage. Okay. When you reach to the marriage after giving the gifts and all the things, what is the first thought in your mind? Is anybody is known to us is around here? Instead of food, you will ask the first. You will think about the first thing that is anybody I know here? क्योंकि आपको अपना कोई person चाहिए. Why? Why you need a person like this? Because that person is the favorable person for you. This is what the stakeholder thing you have to be understand. Okay,
Okay.
like when I go to school with my kid, he's not interested to be see that who is in my class. He's interested to see that to whom I know he's there or not. This is what the stakeholder management. If you know your customer, sorry, if you know your stakeholders well in advance, then it is easy for your work. I give you the actual examples for this particular things. Okay, when we go for the and now it is not a bad thing as well. Now what happened when any client onboard me or I know that I'm going to work with this person, we go and we must visit the each other LinkedIn profile as well. See that from where which background this person is coming. Oh, he
Okay.
worked for the developer for the 9 years, worked in the design for the 2 years, he's doing the consulting for the 5 years, he worked in these companies. So that will give you a mindset that this person, it is not easy to make a fool of that person because he's a technical guy as well. Okay, this is important for the BA. That is why I'm saying that people say, अतुल करते क्या हो दिन भर में? Requirement है तो मैं भी कर लूंगा. If it is that much easy, then anybody can do. But
Hmm.
it's not that much easy actually. It is a complete life cycle. It is a complete environment you have to be understand. Okay, I give you one more example. Nowadays, what happened that if any company want to hire you, okay, they schedule your interview and they send your profile to the person and with your LinkedIn ID as well, so that that person can visit your LinkedIn ID and they ask you as well. This is the person who's going to take your interview, so that you also can visit the ID, LinkedIn ID. Why it is be there? I tell you my actual example. So I appeared
Yeah.
for one of the interview. Okay, before the interview, I go through the LinkedIn profile. That person also visited my LinkedIn profile. So how the discussion started. Hey, you work in that project. I also there. What you did in the project? I said I did these things. Okay, interview done. Because he know that he work in that project, he work in that particular part, he know everything. Done my interview. This is what the benefit of this. And this is what we call as a stakeholder management.
Okay.
In our BA world, we have a 9 type of stakeholders. And we divide them in an animal format. We have a hippos, we have a rabbit, we have an eagle, we have a lion, we have a cat, we have a, I guess, 2 or more are there. So it is important for a BA to understand the stakeholder very priorly. This is what the BA do. And now, if I put BA plus BPC combined, it means I need to be understand all these things plus to be understand my platform as well, so that
Okay.
I can do a very good consulting to my customers instead of just saying okay, not okay, okay, I am writing these requirements, not is that part. So if I am working as a BPC, it means I am working as a BA as well. BPC is very fancy word. Looks, oh my God, because it's has a word called consultant in the last. And when you say consultant, oh my God, you're a consultant. It's always give a very powerful word there. Okay, so like I'm working as a dev lead, but if you say that I'm working as a I'm working as an architect, still you're doing the same work. But how the difference make how this word make a difference? This is the same thing is here. So as a BA, I'm working all these things. I understand my requirement. I understand my stakeholders. I gather the requirement. I document the requirement. And to do this part, I need to understand my platform as well. So this is what the term come here.
Okay. So we need to be like BA plus PPC in service now
Yes.
mostly.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is the reason I call it a techno-functional.
Okay.
Because if you know the technical as well, then you can do the technical writing. Because as a BA, you have to be write a story in the technical terms. So that my see story will not develop by the customer. Story
Right.
will be developed by my technical teams.
Technical
They
team.
don't know that they not understand that what is the button. If you say that I need a UI action with the name this, they understand quickly. But customer will understand only the button, not the UI actions. Yep.
Great. Great. Amazing insights. Okay. So with this, we come to the last question, though I think it's already answered, but how these roles are complementing service now?
Mm. See, as I say earlier, that every rule, I not say that only these rule, every rule in service now is required. If you maybe many people don't know that I work as a support guy. I work as a developer as well for the 6 to 8 months. I work as a tester as well. Okay, and then I landed in the process domain. Okay, by working in these 3 4 domains, in these 3 4 roles, I understand one thing: every role is important. Generally, we say, "Hey, you are a tester. What you're doing? You have to just run the test cases." But when I work as a tester, I come to know that how hard it is. When my developer just make a single dot, I have to be run the complete test case. This is the painful
Right.
area, right? Even though I know as a tester, it's not going to impact anything, but still, to pass the test case, I have to be
Do
do
it.
the complete test. So I remember there was a release we are doing. I was in Accenture that time, so we're doing a release. It was a complete night that work has been done. In the morning 5:30, something break. Developer take I take half an hour to fix it. He fix it, then build has been done. Then I need to be tested. I have to wait for the 1 hour just to see that they only add one parameter only. So I have to wait for this part. So now if I come to the service or to wait from this perspective, yes, BA or PPC role are equally important with the roles like we have architects, we have a
Hmm.
tester, or we have a developer.
Okay.
Also, one more question, one more point. If you are going for an interview, like I in 3 or 4 years back, I applied for a lot of interviews. I was looking for the job as well that time. Generally, this question has been asked to me: Why we need a BA in the project? Simply they ask, hey, sorry,
Yeah. Please.
because for the companies you are an overhead. As a BA, you are an overhead because you never do the technical terms. Your job can be replaced by any other person as well. But if you clearly say, I said, okay, you know that you don't know that why you need as a BA. I tell you one thing: bring your architect and tell them go and get the requirements, and send me as a BA and ask them to go and get a requirement. You will see the difference. Generally, in our PI planning specifically and our requirement gathering sessions, customer very clearly says sometime, I don't need any technical person in that domain, in that room. Because as soon as a technical guy come in the picture, he start using technical jargons. He start using technical words. He start discussing about the technical solutioning that part. In the requirement gathering, in the PI plannings, we never do the technical discussions. This is what is the BA is required here. Because BA know that I'm not allowed to talk anything for the technical. I'm not about worried about the anything of the solutioning part. For solution, I
Okay.
have very big people in the background. They can do anything, they can build anything. People ask that, Atul, what we can build in service now? And I say, what you want to build in service now? There's a nothing impossible which you cannot build. If I remove the word called the limitations, you can build anything. You can build a complete virtual environment which can take you to the moon as well. Is it not possible? It is possible. The only thing is that being a consultant, being an architect, we say no, it is a technical depth. If I remove this word technical depth, we have a lot of technical people who can build anything in the service. You just imagine it can be done. This is what is requirement because I as a BA need to be go and discuss the customer in their own language. There's a saying in English, only the bearer know where the shoe pinches. Don't be surprised that I know a lot of proverbs of English. No, this is the only proverb which I remember because in one of the class I heard this.
Okay.
Only the
Appreciate this.
bearer know where the shoe pinches. Only you as a consultant, you as a business analyst know that why or what problem customer is having. Again, one more point is there that if I as a BA, I as a business process consultant, I have to be asked few basic questions to my customers. Number one, why you need this? I tell you, I give you one example. I
Yeah,
was in a
please.
workshop, okay, in a workshop, and it was a my financial client. Not it is for telecom client, but they're implementing the capex and opex. Okay. So the customer says, I need a report in service now. I said, okay, we can do it. Okay. Just say, yes, we can do it because I know reporting is available in service. You will not believe he give me a half day demo that how they build a report. Can
What
you
they want.
imagine? No, how the current system, how the current report is working.
Oh, okay. The
It took
legacy
half a
system.
day. Yes,
Okay.
half day it take to them to explain us that what this report do and how they use this report. I said, okay, good, very complicated. I have two or three questions. Number one, how frequently you use this report in a year? You know what was the answer? We use only once in a year.
Okay.
I said, okay, very nice. Now I say, see, boss, for the 1 year,
Mm.
you have to wait at least 1 year for the testing. Are you able to afford that much cost? Because I have to be put a person on the track, right, for the 1 year. If today I create this report and the end of the year you run this report and you find some issues, you have to wait for the complete year to go for the again testing. He said, yes, agree on that, but I can't afford that much cost. So what we did in that case, we divide the report in the segments and we say, okay, you use your report as it is, but out of this, 30% I can automate in the service now, and I can give you in the output format, and you can use it in Excel sheets. Then the customer get agreed. So that efforts become only for the 5 days efforts for me. This is what as a BA we ask why you need it. Number one part, because customer say I need it. It doesn't mean I need it. No, that's very wrong perspective. I need it. Okay, it's your business requirement. I can understand, but what value it will bring? Second part, if you will not use this step, you're not able to complete your work, or
Right.
it is some a legal foundation, regulatory frameworks, then I can understand, yes, we need it. There's no question on that particular part. Third part, how frequently and how many users are going to be used this, right? If I say, let's say in the house, you are four people, you, your wife, and your two kids. You know that in the house only your only kid eat the chocolate ice cream. You will not bring chocolate ice cream every week. Rest of the people eat mango ice cream. So what you say? No, 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 yaar. Only one person is eating. Let's not take it. Let's take a mango because it can be done used by the everybody.
Right.
Because you understand that it is not that much worth it. Worth it is not like you can't buy it. The worth it is that if you buy chocolate ice cream, only one person will eat. It may impact the health of that particular person because he or she know that I am the only one who need to be finish this complete box now.
Better
Okay,
utilization of resources.
correct, correct. because these things tell you the benefits. And we always see the efforts and the usage analysis as well. Someone say cost and benefit analysis as well. That how much effort I'm putting it. So with the same example of the reporting, 1 year report is has been segregated and we converted 20-30% in the automation part. This is what we as a BA do. Because my technical team says, Atul, not possible to build a whole report. Even I know that not possible to build a whole report. But when we break it, then it is easy for us to be build that particular report. So this is what a BA need to be do. And when you do the when you add service now flavor on the top, it becomes a consulting as well. So that is the reason I can say that BA or a BPC or BA BPC or BA and BPC, all the roles are equally important in the service now domain at point of time. Not in the service now domain. If you go and check other technologies as well, pick up the Salesforce, SAP, companies are hiring a specific person for this particular part because they know that if the developer will do this work, then when he will do his own work. In one of my organization, it was not allowed to book more than 2 hours of a developer in a day for the meetings.
Okay.
Because if he will be in the meetings, then when he will do his own work. But as a
Uh,
BA, I always in the meetings. If they have an issue, they let me know. I'll go to the customer and talk to them. If I need them for the technical understanding, then only I bring them. Otherwise, it's not allowed to be used. BA, sorry, no, not to involve developers more than 2 hours in a meeting. And that 2 hours also segregated in 15 minutes for the stand up, 15 minutes for the clarification, and rest 1.5 hour they can do their internal discussions, but not discussion with any client or the BA on that particular. So this is what the rule says here.
Great, great, amazing. Despite your bad throat, you have provided such a valuable sessions for everyone. And
Thank you.
those people who are thinking to move away from technical a bit, so they have strong message from you right now that BA, BPC, and both these roles are as much important, and it is growing.
Right.
Market
Yes.
and demand is growing rapidly. So all those people who want to do that, please follow Atul as well. He has a number of, sessions. He has a group also, so you can join him. I'll provide the link in the description. He has his own YouTube channel as well. So I'll provide
Yep.
all these links as well. And again, Atul, thank you so much for giving all such information and with such a short notice. Thank you.
Thanks, Somendra. But again, let's go back to the tradition. Let's
Yes, yes,
thanks to
yes.
God, even though I'm not completely well, but still He gave me a power to share the experience and knowledge with everybody.
Definitely.
So everybody, just at the end, don't get disheartened because Atul Grover is a pure consultant. I don't know about the coding. The only thing is that if you know the platform, you can become the consultant, you can become the business process analyst, and you can become the business analyst still easily. I'll not say easy, smooth walk, easy walk. You can still try in that hands and you can become that particular part. Give a try, understand the things, challenge the requirements, and then you can do your work very easily in that particular part. This is what my last thoughts here, Aminder.
That's great. Great. Thank you so much, Atul.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank
Yep,
you.
bye bye.
Namaskar.